All right, we are kicking it off, the virtual book club. Where we are starting is not in the details of when and how, but we're going to start with the books, the most important part. So we have 4 books. And the great thing is other than the physical book club, we don't have to vote. We don't have to narrow down to one. We're going to have all 4 going. There's going to be different timing. They come from different lengths, different genres. Consider them all. Pick one, whatever your heart desires. Book number 1, We Were the Lucky Ones by Georgia Hunter. I am really excited for this one. It is a debut author. She wrote this in 2017. It was published, 403 pages, so a nice sized book. She was up for Goodreads Choice Award nominee for historical fiction and also debut Goodreads author in 2017. In Goodreads, which is kind of my go-to for ratings and seeing what my friends have said about it. I have many friends of mine in Goodreads who have shelved it to read. It got a 4.4 out of 5 stars with close to 80,000 ratings, so that's really good. When you go to her website, it's under georgiahunterauthor.com. A lot of interesting data there, but she wrote this book because when she was 15, she learned she came from a family of Holocaust survivors. And it really began her quest for wanting to uncover her family's history. A quote on the website for this from Paula McLean, best-selling author, was, quote, "Reading Georgia Hunter's We Were the Lucky Ones is like being swung heart first into history. It will leave you breathless." Book number 1, Georgia Hunter. Also, as an add-on, if you're an Audible person, which I am, I usually have one book going in Audible, it did get 4.5 stars in Audible. It's 15 hours and 36 minutes. And the quote in the Audible site, which I really like and is very timely, is, "Love in the face of global adversity, ? It couldn't be more timely." So book number 1, We Were the Lucky Ones. Book number 2. This is a new release. This was released in 2020, and it is Dear Edward. This one I am going to read on my Apple. Some people it's Kindle. I use both Kindle and my iPad. But Dear Edward is about a 12-year-old boy named Edward Adler. One summer morning, Edward Adler, his beloved older brother, his parents, and 103 other passengers aboard a flight to Newark headed to LA. It was a plane crash. And there were a lot of people on the plane of various backgrounds: an injured war vet, unexpected pregnancy, young woman, Wall Street businessman. The summary was, Dear Edward is at once a coming-of-age story, a multi-dimensional portrait of an unforgettable cast of characters, and a breathtaking illustration of all the ways a broken heart learns to love again. Of my friends, it was given a 5-star and a 4-star, and it was on a lot of to-read shelves. It's also the Jenna Book Club pick for the Today Show, and it's 11 hours and 36 minutes on Audible. Oh, Dear Edward is by Anne Napolitano, and it got 4.5 stars on Audible as well. And a lot of good reviews. Jody Picoult says, "A reading experience that leaves you profoundly altered for the better. Don't miss this one." Okay, so number 2, Dear Edward. Number 3, and then that goes in the fiction genre. We are going to go to the nonfiction. This one, one thing I forgot on Dear Edward, very important, how many pages? Everybody wants to know that. 352 pages. So again, a book that isn't too terribly long. And we're going to go the opposite here a little bit with Sapiens. Sapiens is a nonfiction. It's our number 3 book. It is by Yuval Noah Harari, okay? And it is a brief history of humankind. This book, what I'm told, is a huge surprise. Like, the people that I know that have read this said it was amazing. It is a long book. It is 498 pages. It got 4.43 stars with close to 400,000 ratings on Goodreads. It was a nominee and recipient of several literary awards. Bill Gates recommended this one. I've got to tell you, the nonfiction, that a couple things that have stayed with me a long time with Bill Gates was Evicted and Factfulness. And this one, again, I had 2 Goodreads friends that gave it 5 stars with great reviews. Audible, 4.5 stars, 15 hours and 17 minutes. So what's it about? It is about Bold, wide-ranging, and provocative, Sapiens challenges everything we thought we knew about being humans, our thoughts, actions, our power, and our future. How did our species survive in the battle for dominance? What did our ancestors come together to create the great cities and kingdom? How did we come to believe gods, nations, human rights, trust money, books, and laws, and become part of bureaucracy and consumerism? What will the world be like in the next millennium? So, anyway, if you listen to it, it's 15 hours and 17 minutes, 4.5 stars. So we've got the genre of nonfiction, and I'm looking forward to this one. And last, but certainly not least, for number 4, going with classics. I had a school teacher in high school tell our class that one of his greatest fears is he wasn't going to be able to read all the classics, and that was his thing, is to go through and read every one of the classics. And I'm always trying to read something that I hadn't read before that I know is a great book. So, Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen. Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen, 3 million ratings of 4.26 stars. It is, since its immediate success in 1813, Pride and Prejudice has remained one of the most popular novels in the English language. Of my friends, I had 7 friends, and they're all very big readers and very fair scorers. 6 5-stars on this one, with a 4.83 average. It is the book that everyone should be reading. I'm right now reading Pride and Prejudice, Emma, and the movie just came out, so I'm excited about that. But this one, if anyone is interested, very interesting. The Audible, 5 stars. 11 hours, 35 minutes. It is narrated by Rosamund Pike, who was one of the stars, one of the sisters in the 2005 movie that you can go back and watch after you either listen or watch this. And that got an 89% with Rotten Tomatoes. But this one, it's an Academy Award winning performance by Rosamund Pike, who reads the book in the Audible. So, Pride and Prejudice, our 4th one. Here we go. So you've got 4 books, all or a few or one, whatever you'd like. So more to come, but over here is all the different little places where I'll post next steps, and there is a community. I'll share that with people once you've decided that you do want to participate. Go ahead and invite friends, and yeah, let's have some fun with this. Let's create a community that reads books, shares books, and has some great conversation along the way.